Meghan and Harry, they got kicked out from one of their biggest initiatives in years. They got completely out of this recently. And what is even more surprising, of course, getting kicked out is nothing surprising about Meghan and Harry. They get kicked out from everywhere. Spotify, for example, even Netflix, they're fed up. And we know Paris Fashion Week was a complete disaster where Meghan invited herself. So it's nothing new that they're not welcome. They get their own invitation. They send messages to people for networking, but everything backfires. Nothing is panning out for them. Now, what I'm going to be telling you is something you will find at least very, very interesting. So what I mean by that, interesting? Well, we know they're doing a lot of works these days. Works, quote unquote. I do not know what that means for Meghan and Harry, but that's what they say. We are working our ass off. Okay. If you're really working that hard, then you should be seeing results. They are not seeing any results. Rather, it is always backfiring. It is becoming a liability, a big problem for them. So, for example, we have seen the CBS News when they broadcasted the interview with Meghan and Harry and Jane Pauley. Meghan and Harry, they made big announcements saying that, yeah, this is going to be something huge for Archewell. And so the process was started, and what they really wanted, Meghan and Harry, from the interview was attention, networking, okay? And this is why CBS sent Jane Pauley to help them out get the publicity. And they got it to a greater extent. Yes, people, they were interested in what they will be doing. And so they announced, are you ready? They announced Parents Network, a network that will help parents, that will help kids, that will help a lot of people, quote unquote. Again, I do not know what that means, but that's what they said, Meghan and Harry. This will help. Okay, so it started last year, I believe in August of 2024. And guess what? Within matter of just 1 year, they're completely out of it. Now, people say, some reports say, here is the big deal. Some people say, well, they stepped down. For example, I'll actually play a video from another YouTuber. Some other people say, no, they did not step down. Rather, they were fired. They were kicked out, that I said in the beginning of this video. I do believe the later version of the story that they were kicked out, but it is also possible they could not hold up with that parents networking thing, so they stepped down. That is also possible. But I believe the second one is more likely to happen after looking back at their stories, their career, what they are doing every single day. Now, I want you to take a listen at this video from Beeb Scully. Take a listen.
So no dice. They did a bad job. They left it big and also vague, and no surprise, nothing came of it. They made no progress. In that Jane Pauley interview, I think that was August of last year, correct me if I'm wrong, they made this a really big deal. They launched the Parents Network. That's how they landed the CBS interview, was to say, we are launching this Parents Network. It's going to be a really big deal. It's going to change things. It's innovative. And so CBS Good Mornings, or whatever it's called, was like, okay, we'll send you Jane Pauley. They even wrote a little statement about it on their website that nobody looks at. And they tried to make it this official big deal for Archewell, something that they've been pointing at ever since last summer to say, see, we are doing things with Archewell. Look at what we have done. We launched a whole entire network. We are big deals. Look at it. But not so fast.
Okay, so what was mentioned on their website, Archewell website? This is what we read. This is what they are said. We are part of this network. Okay, this is coming from Archewell website to help save other families from the grief that we will experience for the rest of our lives. And you can see flowery statements. If you have been affected by the issues raised in our campaign, there is a seat at our table for you. Okay, so again, they made big deal. Oh, we are starting Parents Network. But they lasted for how long? Just 1 year. Just 1 year. And this is very, very common for Meghan and Harry, because everything they touch, it becomes a complete disaster for them. Subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.